These are going to be one-pagers that could use a little bit of improvement to get more out of them for effective studying. So for example, this one-pager, a glow, is that they identified the big ideas, the big topics that they studied, which is really awesome. But what it could use for a grow is some structure and organization to draw out the connections and ideas, whether it's a mind map or some kind of graphic organizer. Another thing that would really benefit this student is having specific examples, so that way it can build to specificity. So if she wants to stick with this idea and she just had all the main ideas here, she could be branching off to the specific examples and visually see it that way. This one also has the identification of the big ideas. It has good structure and organization because it is using the mind map style. But one thing I would do is maybe add some color coding and symbols as a grow to draw out the big ideas and also make more meaning out of it. This one-pager is really good in terms of also identifying the big ideas, and then it has the specificity under each. I think what would help this one is to organize it in a different way. Since it seems to be that she has the big ideas and vocabulary and then drawing out the specific examples, I would maybe set it up as a T-chart with the big ideas on one side, so all the parts that she has highlighted, and then she could have the other ones over here and then use it as a way to quiz herself. So she could cover it up and be like, oh, big idea, and what were the 3 things, and then easily be able to test. These are one-pagers that are more effective than the previous ones, but also could use just a little bit more to make them the most effective. So what are some glows about these one-pagers is that they all identify the big ideas, and they do so with a really effective structure of a mind map that's helping to build connections. So you can see what the subject is, it builds out to bigger topics, bigger ideas, gaining that specificity, helping them understand those connections. Now, what all of these could benefit from, a huge grow would be color coding. And even though they do have color coding, what I'm going to suggest they do is color coding into confident and less confident. So here would be a really good example. What she's done is she's highlighted the things that she feels less confident about. This is her identifying what she needs to study so she can narrow her focus and be more efficient with her studying. Then to take it to the next level, she should turn these things into a Quizlet for really efficient and quick review. The next 3 one-pagers are going to be really awesome examples of how they made more meaning out of their one-pagers for effective studying. So what I really like about this students was for math, what she does was she color-coded an example problem by the steps. So that way she can see what step goes specifically with what part of the problem. And then she could further identify which is the steps that she typically struggles with. Another strong example is going to be structuring it in a graphic organizer style, and she then goes ahead and gives tips and tricks, symbols, and it's very organized so she can see the connections in the different units. Last but not least, this student chose to organize into confident versus not confident, so therefore he already knows this is what I feel great about, I don't need to spend time studying it, and instead I'm going to focus here on not confident. Tip and trick for this is turn this into a Quizlet, or you could try to recreate, if it's a memorization piece, on MindOmo or MindMaster for quick repeats.